Well, for one thing, we had two brick walls between us, and the carriers were leaving already. So why would I want to evacuate our building when they're already going out the door?
When you evacuate, everybody in the front was gone.
Well, I was the only one in there with the police.
Somebody left a lunchbox or briefcase at Building 7000, you know, where they do all the security. And they said the Air Force bomb squad was the guy in the head ordnance. Yeah. And he went in and he gently picked it up and carried it out, and then he tied it to the back of an armored vehicle by a chain out into the middle of a field and blew it up. Mm-hmm. And it was a guy's briefcase with all his paperwork.
But yeah,
They don't mess around either.
I didn't know that I had already talked to the police that came through the back door.
They just blow it up. They don't even
Yeah.
check with you.
Longpost does have a long history of bombs going off.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you were right, weren't you? Right.
Some terrorists fly planes into buildings, and now every suitcase hanging around a restaurant's a problem. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but then they leave it up to you. I wasn't going to take responsibility for other people.
No,
Well,
and
plus the fact that, you know, what was happening was people were coming around, coming into the post office and walking right by it, even though they were roping it, and so they would go under the rope.
If I see police tape that says caution, police do not cross, I'm not going under it or over it or around it.
I got one for you. When I was in crane school, they said you are 100% responsible for anything that happens with your crane at all times. No exceptions, and this is an example. Guy pulls a big ass crane in, and he's got the way the crane is configured is the boom is coming off the back. So he's driving forward. Well, he pulls on the construction site and he can't get all the way in because something's blocking him. So the boom is now across the sidewalk. You can get under it, but it's across the sidewalk. So he gets out his cones and his caution tape, and he caution tapes it all off so nobody can get through. You got to go around it to get through. Some jackball goes through the tape and around the cones and goes underneath the boom, and God was obviously decided that it was his day, because when he went under the boom, just as he was under the boom, the driveway gave way and the boom come down and killed him, dead in hell.
Oh my God.
So who'd they sue? Did they sue the construction people? No. Did they sue the dumbass for doing it?
The crane operator.
The crane operators are when they sued.
Wow.
They said you should have been standing there physically preventing people from going under.
Isn't that bullshit?
Yeah.
Just because I'm a dumbass.
Nothing would ever happen if we lived the way the lawyers are demanding we live. You couldn't build anything.
What's the chances of that road collapsing with that guy under that boom?
If he would have just done what the hell he was told on the tape, then he wouldn't have happened.
We watched a show about they were building wanted to build a walkway between two buildings, but underneath it was a main road with cable cars, electric cable cars. So they could only work on it at night. And the way they had to do it was use two big, giant cranes. And the only way they could get the cranes in was in pieces because they were so big. So they had, I think it was 12 trucks, flatbed trucks with pieces of crane that had to cut. They had 5 hours to do it.
Get it in, build them.
Get it in, put the cranes together, one on one side of the road, one on the other side of the road, lift this one piece of metal, which was the bridge, and get it attached between the two buildings. And they did it. Couldn't believe it. They said if it would have been, anything would have been off by even 5 minutes, the whole operation would have been screwed. Because for one thing, the electricity was going to start up on the cable cars, and then the traffic was going to start coming, and everything would have still been on the road, in the street.
They got fined by the city.
And they were worried about the cranes breaking if they didn't get enough counterweight because the bridge weighed so much. So this one guy had all of that on him.
Sure.
He owned the crane, him and his dad owned the crane operation. So this young guy is trying to make sure all this gets done, and he's screaming and yelling. And they only have the width of the road to put the road and the sidewalk to get these cranes. It was incredible.
You know what people are hearing right now? They're working on, you know, the bridge, the Wild Bridge. They're putting in a new bridge there, so they're working on that, and there's a possibility of a 15 to 20 minute delay. A possibility. You don't never know when it's going to happen. And then they're working on they're going to replace the bridge that goes over Black River up by the Blue Water Bridge. They're going to replace that and they're doing all kinds of shit up there because they're doing a new plaza. So that's all screwed out. So in order for me to get Leah, I had to go all the way down the expressway downtown, down the Main Street to North River Road and then up to her school. When all I should have had to do was go over the Wild River Bridge up to North Street.
But you can't take the chance that you're going to be stuck there.
I couldn't because the thought of being there late to pick her up and her coming out and I'm not there just...
But you know what else they did? You know all the people who lived under the Blue Water Bridge and where the plaza is and all that? They bought all them people out, told them they had to move and all that. They decided to not make the plaza as big as they had first planned. So those people are all out of their homes, and now the state...
And their homes are all gone. So now there's all this vacant. So some of those people had lived in those houses for 60 years.
Well, look at Glenn and Phyllis. If they hadn't have died, they'd have been out of their house.
They're making the plaza half as big as what they were gonna.
I don't know why they need a new plaza.
Neither does anybody else.
The one they have is brand new. I mean, it's 10 years old.
They're going to tear down, make a new one?
Yeah, they're redoing the whole, it's a
I don't
mess.
understand the whole thing.
It's a big mess.
Traffic coming over the bridge, to the plaza.
I don't know what the reason is.
You don't have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, do you?
4.
Oh, shit. Oh, no, I get to sleep in tomorrow, 4.
Yeah, but she won't.
No, yeah, 4.
She'll be up.
Hang on, 4:30.
You're not gonna finish that?
I woke up at 2:50 to go and wait to work.
Oh.
This morning?
That was a lot. Oh, good.
Well,
That's what would happen to me on my day off.
I've been getting up every day. 6:30.
come on, that ain't coming before we go. The Western,
I got it going for Christmas.
Oh, shit, what is it?
That's a weapon.
Put your thumb on it, not hard.
It actually is a weapon.
That could hurt somebody
Yeah.
big time.
But it's disguised as a weapon.
Yeah,
So he can carry it.
That is. Yeah, so you can take it and gouge them.
It's got a really nice weight though.
Well, that was really good. Me and Mark both have good taste in ink, so I know if I like it. I don't know what you how what kind of things you like to and then I've got 6 spaces in the bedroom. Talk about boarding. I'm not bored, I collect.
Well, thanks for dinner.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming down.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thanks. I haven't been with my kids on Mother's Day in a long time.
Happy Mother's Day.
Good seeing you, Mark.
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
Good night, Dave.
Happy Mother's Day.
Bye, y'all.
Later.
Okay, see you guys.
Brian said goodbye.
Oh, bye, Brian.
Bye, bye.
You rested after dinner or what?
Poked his head out and said goodbye.
Bye, Brian, or Elizabeth.
Bye. Track.
See you later. Bye, Bubba.
Thanks for everything.
Bye. Thanks. Providing us with the whole problem.
You walking?
We're open.
We always walk.
Work our bellies off.
Oh, let me know if it works.
Yep.
Well, look at it.
Lots of nice after all that meal. That was a lot of food.
I was gonna bring it, I was gonna push it in the kitchen. Or you can sit in here.
Please.